Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'll be showing you how I make my Egusi soup. So the first thing I'm gonna do is to boil my protein. I'm gonna boil my beef and my mackerel fish. You can decide to use any form of or any kind of protein for this recipe. You can use chicken, you can use goat meat, whatever you want to use. So first thing I'm gonna do is to boil my goat meat. And first I'm gonna do is to boil my protein. I'm gonna add three seasoning cubes, salt, and then I'm also gonna add some onions. So whenever I'm making egusi soup, I always try to be generous with my onions. So afterwards, I'm gonna cover this and allow this to steam. It's gonna release its juices. So yeah, I'm gonna cover this and allow it to steam for just a couple of minutes though. So then the next I'm gonna do is to blend my bell pepper. So but for this recipe, I like whenever I want to blend my bell peppers, I don't blend it smoothly. I like to blend it roughly, just like this. So and to achieve this rough texture, you need a blender that has the pulse function. So you can also achieve this rough texture with the use of a food processor. So yeah, this is how I like my type of texture. So yeah, this is the exact way I like my bell pepper to be blended when I'm making egusi soup. So I'm gonna check my protein is well cooked. It has already released all the juices. Then I'm just gonna add some water and allow it to cook for some time. Then I'm gonna open it, add my stockfish, and close it back and allow it to cook for a couple of minutes. And then I'll just open it and just give this a stir. I'm just gonna give this a stir, just to make sure everything cooks evenly. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a stir to make sure everything cooks evenly. And then I'll close this and allow it to cook for like about. So I'll close this and allow this to cook for like about 10 more minutes. And then after 10 minutes, I'm going to take out the fish. Usually, whenever I'm cooking my fish, whenever I boil my fish, I always make sure I count the fish so that I don't forget anyone in the pot. So yeah, I'm going to cover this and allow this to cook for, let's say, for like about 40 minutes. And yeah, I forgot to add my dry fish, so I had to add it and just give it a stir. So 40 minutes later, we'll check on our meat, and by now our meat should be ready. So I'm just gonna take all this meat out since they're all cooked. So in a clean bowl, I'm gonna add my egusi. I'm gonna use 3 cups of egusi because I'm actually making a big batch of soup for myself and for my family. So I'm gonna add my meat stock, my meat and my fish stock to my egusi. I'm gonna mix this up together and make sure I mix this properly well. And then I did add some water to loosen it up, and then I'm just gonna give this a stir, and then I added more water, to loosen it up some more. Cause for me, like I said, like egusi has so many methods. Like there's so many methods to make egusi soup. But for me, I prefer to make my egusi soup this way. If you like want the if you want to make your own egusi, if you want to make your own, thicker, if you want to make your own egusi thicker, like if you don't want to put too much liquid like how I'm doing, it's still gonna come out great. So in the pan, I'm gonna add my palm oil, and I'm going to allow that to heat up for a few seconds. So once my pan has heated up, next thing I'm gonna do is add my onions. I'm gonna fry my onions, for a few seconds, and then I'm gonna add my stockfish and my dry fish, which I cooked earlier on. I'm gonna allow this to fry as well for just a few seconds. I'm gonna give it a stir to make sure it fries well, and then the next thing I'm gonna add is my eru. I'm gonna add my eru, and I'm also gonna give this a stir and allow this to fry for a few seconds as well. Yep, gonna stir this up, allow it to fry, and then After a few seconds, I'm gonna add the pepper which I blended earlier on. I'm gonna add this and then I'll stir this up and allow it to fry for like about, let's say, 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, my pepper is properly fried. Then I'm gonna add my scotch bonnet pepper, which is my atarodo, just to give it some heat. And then I'm also gonna add my maggi seasoning, and I'm also gonna add my salt for taste. Yep, I'm gonna sprinkle some salt, and then after adding my seasoning cubes and my salt, the next thing is for me to add is my egusi. So I'm gonna pour this in and stir this up, and then I'm gonna cover this to cook for like about 40 minutes. So after 40 minutes, our egusi is properly fried. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is to add my vegetable. You can add any vegetable of your choice, uziza, ugu, but for me I'm gonna right now I'm adding my spinach because I have I have just access to just spinach. But if you have access to uziza leaves or ugu leaves, feel free to add it. So the next thing I'm gonna add is my crayfish. I love adding crayfish towards the ending, like when I'm almost done, making my soup, to give it some flavor. Crayfish helps so the crayfish helps to enhance the taste of the soup or elevate the taste of the soup. So I'm just gonna cover this and allow this to steam for a few minutes, and now our soup is ready. I'm gonna be adding my fish which I cooked previously, but right now as you can see it has been roasted. So I'm just gonna add my roasted fish, and I also roasted the beef which I cooked earlier on as well. So I'm just gonna add that, and then I'm gonna mix it up all together with the soup. I'm going to incorporate it together with the soup, and our soup is ready. So guys, if you actually enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you give me if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you give me a thumbs up, if you hit the like button, I'll really appreciate that. And if you wish to recreate this recipe, you can tag me on my Instagram page at viv_cuisine. I'll be so happy to look at your recreations. Thank you so much for watching my videos, and thank you so much for watching my videos. I'll see you in my next video. Please do well to share my videos to your loved ones, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.